Welcome to the Bahamas, a nation of over 700 islands and cays, known for its stunning beaches, crystal clear waters, and rich cultural history. But beyond its natural beauty lies a fascinating past, filled with stories of ancient civilizations, European conquests, pirates, and the struggle for independence. Join us as we dive into the incredible history of the Bahamas. Long before European explorers set foot on these islands, the Bahamas was home to the Lucayans, a branch of the Taino people. They arrived around 500 to 800 AD, migrating from South America via the Caribbean. These peaceful, skilled seafarers lived off the land and sea, driving in small communities across the islands. Their lives were centered around farming, fishing, and trade with other indigenous groups. However, the Lucayans' way of life would be forever changed in 1492 when a European explorer named Christopher Columbus arrived on the shores of San Salvador Island. On October 12, 1492, Christopher Columbus made landfall in the Americas for the first time, and that historic spot was one of the islands in the Bahamas, what we now know as San Salvador. Columbus called it Guanahani, marking the beginning of a new and tumultuous era. The arrival of the Spanish led to the complete devastation of the Lucayan population. Within 2 decades, the Spanish had enslaved most of the Lucayans, transporting them to Hispaniola to work in gold mines. Sadly, by 1520, the Lucayan civilization had all but vanished. In the 17th century, the Bahamas became a haven for pirates, thanks to its ideal location along major shipping routes. Nassau, in particular, was a pirate stronghold. It was here that the infamous Pirate Republic was formed, led by notorious figures like Blackbeard, Edward Teach, Calico Jack, and Bonnie. For decades, the Bahamas was a lawless land, with pirate ships terrorizing merchant vessels passing through the Caribbean. But in 1718, Britain sent Governor Woodes Rogers to restore order. His famous motto, "Piracy expelled, commerce restored," marked the beginning of the end of the pirate era. The Bahamas officially became a British colony in 1718. Over the next 2 centuries, the island saw economic growth through plantations, trade, and the arrival of loyalists fleeing the American Revolution. However, this prosperity was built on the backs of enslaved Africans, who made up the majority of the population by the early 19th century. Slavery was abolished in 1834, and many Bahamians of African descent began to shape the cultural identity of the islands. The 20th century saw increasing political activism, with movements for civil rights and greater self-governance.
Finally, on July 10, 1973, the Bahamas gained its independence from Britain, with Sir Lyndon Pindling as the nation's first prime minister. Today, the Bahamas remains a member of the Commonwealth, proudly celebrating its cultural heritage and history. From the Lucayans to pirates, British rule to independence, the history of the Bahamas is one of resilience, transformation, and pride. It's a story that continues to evolve, as Bahamians look to the future while honoring the past. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore more of the fascinating history of the world with us.